A great shaking in the palace of the High Priestess Sakai occurs. Goku grew his ki more and more. Kai, the strongest angel, says,
"So you're the famous son Goku. I'm happy to have found you, but at the same time, I'm sad."
Goku watches and says, "What a strange guy. What are you talking about? Sad? Afraid of being humiliated by a mortal?" Kai responds,
"I am happy that I can put an end to you now, and saddened that you're moving mountains to save your third son gone, and you still can't get past me."
Goku begins to get furious and the entire palace of the High Priestess begins to shake. The Saiyan's muscle mass begins to increase, causing his muscles to grow in a similar way to Broly and then return to normal. Goku, with a serious face, responds,
"Strongest angel,
your powers are nothing compared to Mr. Whis." Goku teleports and hits Kai's belly with a big punch. Kai falls, kneels on the ground and says, "What was this?" Goku walks in front of Kai and says, "My training in the room of the gods was done precisely to finish off weaklings like you. Get out of my way if you don't want to have the same end as Basara Tenzaki." Kai, lying on the ground, says,
"No, that's impossible. How did you hit me? Damn it, it hurts so much. What an incredible power."
Goku was confident that Kai would not be able to stand up until the moment Kai says,
"It cannot be."
"Just kidding."
"Too weak."
Kai teleports in front of Goku, activating his ultra angelic instinct and grabbed Goku's head, dragging him to the ground and throwing him away. Kai, with a totally serious face, looks at Goku and says, "Quit kidding yourself too, and let's get started." Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Let's go back to the point without further ado. Big explosion happened on the battlefield, starts to get more and more intense. Big stars appear. Whis and Vados had been having their battle against Sakai. Whis, with great dexterity and mastery, dodged all of Sakai's attacks. Sakai says, "Oh, interesting, Whis. You managed to dodge my attacks." "You don't even look like the same angel who had been defeated by Xiao at the beginning of the war. It looks like you've learned to defend yourself against the energy that seals the power of the angels." At that moment, Zalama just watches the battle and says in his mind, "Two angels against Sakai. The mother of angels really is cheeky, although we shouldn't worry since the mother of the angels has the power equal to the power of the Daishikan. So those lesser angels won't be a problem for you, won't it, Sakai?" At that moment, Zalama and Sakai are impressed. A great light appears over Whis' body. Whis begins to raise his power.
Ah! Me being defeated by Xiao.
Flashback of the planet Beerus at the start of the Celestial War. Beerus says, "Whis, you can tell that they're very close from here, can't you? I'm sure he'll be able to come after us. If we show our real powers, the enemy will have an advantage over everything. Maybe it would be better for us to let ourselves be defeated by them, and that way we'd gain time and we'd know the enemy's weakness." Whis responds,
"Mr. Beerus, that's pretty bold, don't you think? A demon of the race of cold will think that he alone can defeat an angel and a cat of destruction."
"That would be a shame, Whis. However, we are in a heavy threat. If the mother of the angels and all of the cats of destruction think that we have not strengthened our forces within this last millennium, it would be our greatest advantage on the battlefield." Whis starts to smile and says,
"Well done, Sir Beerus."
After Beerus and Whis come to an agreement, the two are purposely defeated by Xiao. Now all of this has turned out to be a trap by the angel and god of destruction of Universe 7. Whis smiles. Back to current times. Zalama and Sakai are surprised by the power that Whis is showing. Vado says,
"It seems that my brother decided to fight seriously from the beginning. Now I understand. Being humiliated by a cold demon, even on purpose, causes Whis' reputation and honor as an angel to be hurt. So now, from the beginning, he goes with everything. Sakai, if I were you, I would prepare myself to know the power of the strongest angel."
A big explosion happens. Sakai says, "What? It cannot be." Zalama starts to smile. "See, Sakai, don't hit me. He's afraid of the power of the wrath of one of his children." Zakai responds, "It's none of that, Salama. It's just that right now I'm just completely gone from all the Zyko's energy." Vado starts to smile and says,
They have already started to act. Now get ready, that the next one will be you, Zakai.
Zakai angrily says, "Damn you bastards!" North side of the High Priestess's palace. After Gohan defeated Zyko, Gohan continues with a serious expression. Piccolo says, "Why are you like this, Gohan? You finally defeated the enemy and that saying was very strong. Surely you have already mastered your new transformation by 100%. Gohan says,
It's not that, Mr. Piccolo, but I feel he wasn't alone. I still feel an evil presence here.
Piccolo says, "What are you talking about, Gohan? He's lying on the ground in front of us."
Gohan looks at Piccolo with a serious expression and goes into a big Kamehameha. Startled, Piccolo says,
"What the hell are you doing, Gohan?"
Gohan deflects his attack from Piccolo and directly hits a pilaster that is behind in the palace of the High Priestess. A big laugh starts to emerge.
Were you actually able to defeat Zyko? Something that not even Son Goku had been able to do. Who knew the Supreme Saiyan gone from another timeline would be defeated? You figured it all out. This really is amazing." At that moment, Piccolo says, "Who are you? Show up!" In the blink of an eye, a great light is brought by Zyko's body and Zyko's body disappears. Gohan asks,
What have you done, you bastard?
The unknown voice says, "Since Zyko and Gohan are the same person from another timeline, their bodies need to become one. The two will meet soon, and the true being will be born." I've been all this time looking at everything that was happening within this war, and it seemed incredible. Now it seems that our plan is working, isn't it, Zydus?
Gohan and Piccolo are startled to hear Zydus' name. Gohan says, Zydus, isn't that the angel who was with Gohan in the Makai Kingdom, Mr. Piccolo? That voice is saying that they are plotting something behind even the mother of angels.
A female laugh erupts.
Incredible! You really are incredible! Fantastic, Azazel!
The unknown present has always walked beside Zydus finally has his name and appearance revealed. With gigantic armor, strong appearance and horns, Azazel is revealed to be the unknown presence. Gohan says,
"Damn it! For that we didn't expect, Mr. Piccolo. The Supreme Saiyan being used by them is the same way that gun was used by Zakai."
Piccolo says, "Gohan, now this battle is not about a Saiyan battle, but a battle between gods. Who is this guy? His power is totally different from any power I've seen before."
Gohan seriously responds, "No matter who it is, we came here with this science, Mr. Piccolo. Not science, conscience. No matter who it is, we came here with this conscience, Mr. Piccolo. We will defeat them."
In the blink of an eye, Zydus appears in front of Gohan and hits him with a kiss of death. Piccolo says, "What? How you got here so fast?"
Gohan receives the kiss of death from Zydus. Zydus says, "One down, Azazel. Now we just have to finish off the Namekusei-jin."
To be continued. Was Gohan defeated with just one blow? What's going on in the midst of all this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you already expose it here in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. And the great period of peace came to an end. Goku and the Z Warriors will have new limits to overcome. The universe is no longer the same. Goku will have to overcome his limits. And in the great game the gods created, mortals are but pawns. It seems the gods want to play again. The most incredible battle of all time is about to begin.
I better get them out of here so they don't destroy everything.
Do you really think you can challenge a god?
This time will be different. We won't be just entertainment for them. Now I'm the one who makes the rules. It's gonna be awesome.
Gohan has received the kiss of death from Zydus. Up until now, Zaidos' Angel's technique Kiss of Death is that after Zaidos kisses the enemy, they are mind-controlled. The same as God and Goku received. Piccolo says, "Damn it, Gohan, what's happening to you?" Azazel, standing still, says, "Very well, Zaidos. It seems to be getting stronger." Piccolo watches and says, "But who is this guy? He doesn't look like a god of destruction and his power is totally different. For sure he's not even preparing to fight. An angel obeying another entity." At that moment, Gohan was with his eyes open but totally unconscious. Piccolo screams, "Come on, Gohan! React!" Zaidos, smiling, says, "That's impossible, Namekian warrior. This boy is no longer here over us. This time we don't have time to deal with you. I will erase his entire existence from the inside out." "What are you talking about?"
The Kiss of Death technique has several variables. In the same way that I can control the enemy's mentality, I can also poison or destroy all the warrior's bones.
Zaidos screams, "Association with the Kiss of Death! Internal destruction! Now my poison will be repelled in that Saiyan's body and his body will be totally destroyed!" Piccolo says, "This cannot happen." At the same time that Piccolo is worried, the Namekian being starts to laugh. Azazel watches and says, "What is this guy laughing at?" Gohan has received the Kiss of Death from Zaidos. Zaidos says,
He's desperate with the death of his student and that's why he's like this.
At that moment, a great aura begins to appear over Gohan's body, and the image of all his cells appears in front of Zaidos.
What is that?
Impossible! What are you talking about, Zaidos?
It's like his cells are healing on their own, much faster than the Kiss of Death poison.
Well done, Gohan. Just in time. Gohan regains consciousness and says,
That was a close one, Mr. Piccolo.
Zaidos and Azazel don't understand what happened. But what was this? Gohan starts to remember his battle against Lavender in the presentation with the Zeno-sama. Lavender was exchanging punches with Gohan. As strong as Gohan was, his body suffered from receiving the poison. Since the fight, Gohan and Goku began to train to protect themselves with their Saiyan energies. Since then, poisons don't work on Gohan's body. Impressed, Zaidos says,
"But how did you manage to escape the Kiss of Death?"
Gohan starts smiling and says, "It's because I'm a Saiyan hybrid, so I have both Saiyan and human mentalities, so your technique will never have an effect on me." Zaidos starts to smile and says,
I see. So my Kiss of Death technique is useless against these Saiyans. First it was Goku, then Gohan, and now you.
At that moment, Zaidos rages and the whole palace starts to shake. Gohan and Piccolo get serious. Zaidos says, "If spell techniques don't work, now we will summon in brute force." Zaidos prepares in battle stance. Gohan and Piccolo speak together. It's about time! Planet Earth. Several dragons begin to appear on the Earth of all universes. The warriors of the other universes that were on Earth had received the order of Broly to return to their universes due to the invasion having increased. Kaba and Kale alongside the others head back to their universes. Kaba says,
Cauliflower-san, it's going to be okay.
Kale looks at Broly and says,
Broly, don't die.
Broly smiles. At that moment, several dragons appeared in front of Broly, Black Frieza, and Cell Max. Black Frieza says,
This is getting more interesting than ever. So it means that Son Goku and the others couldn't stop the dragons from releasing the portal and they're going to destroy the Earth. It would be so beautiful to see Goku and Vegeta's planet destroyed by these beings.
At that moment, a ray of light is released on Frieza. Frieza says,
Who dares to attack the Emperor of the Universe? Show up, Lucky, and I'll eliminate you myself.
A great laugh arises, and the place of the land that Black Frieza is on begins to darken and disperses from Broly and Cell Max. Emperor of the Universe. So that's the name you call yourself. Oh, you grew, Frieza. But we should have that name together. Black Frieza changes his composure and says,
It's not possible. That voice, Cooler, it's you.
Frieza's brother, Cooler, appears from the smoke that has cleared. He says, "Exactly, my brother. Thanks to the Mother of Angels, I am back. The portal of the Kingdom of Dragons was released and the Supreme Dragon granted me his powers. Now I have the necessary power to dominate all these planets in this universe. Come with me and let's destroy it all." At that moment, Black Frieza is silent. Broly says, "Where is that damn Frieza? It can't stay like this!" At that instant, Black Frieza throws a great blast of energy on his brother, causing the entire location to be destroyed, launching several dragons to the mountains of the earth. Cooler says, "What are you doing, brother?" Frieza laughing says, "Brother, I am not your brother. I don't have a family. Since I was a little kid, I had to learn to get by on my own, and I became the Emperor of the Universe all on my own, with my own army. I never needed you for anything. I have no intentions of sharing a job with you, the same title. The price and demand for power is great, and my only right was to disown anyone who claimed to be close to me and was not. For now, my goals are different. And your end will now be..." So there's no way, as I should always have guessed that about you. Cooler starts to rage and causing the earth to start to shake with increase of his ki. At that moment, Cooler turns into Black Cooler. Frieza is startled and says, "But how did you manage to achieve this transformation?" Cooler lunges at Frieza. A great battle ensues. Meanwhile, on the south side of the nearby mountain, Paozu, Goten, and Trunks brought Bulma and Chi-Chi along with several adults and children to hide in a mountain cave in order to avoid being attacked. Goten says,
Trunks, it seems that the invasion of our parents didn't work out very well. Now our universes are being attacked again.
Trunks responds,
Something must have happened that they didn't expect, Goten. I'm sure it could have something to do with the half-brother of yours. But we don't have time to waste. Let's get out of here and help in the battle. The Earth is being invaded.
At that moment, Chi-Chi screams arises.
Help, Goten!
A big demon dragon is holding Chi-Chi and says, "Now it's your end, mediocre mortal." Bulma, scared to death, says,
Release her, you filth!
Bulma is attacked and falls to the ground. Chi-Chi says,
We've come this far and now we're going to be killed. Goku, where are you?
The moment Chi-Chi was going to be attacked, the demon dragon receives a double kick to his face by Goten and Trunks. Trunks goes to Bulma and says,
Mom, are you okay?
Bulma responds,
It's okay, my son. Take care of this guy.
Goten says,
Whenever danger lurks, I will fight for justice.
Trunks says,
You look like your brother when you dress up as Great Saiyaman, Goten.
The dragon demon appears in front of Goten and Trunks and says, "That kick didn't even tickle. Let's see what we have here." Dinner time. Goten and Trunks speak.
What? Not even a scar?
Goten and Trunks versus Rising. Rising had been enraged to see that the dragon demon Shaki's ki was no more. Broly had easily defeated the dragon demon to save Krillin and his friends. After that, Goten and Trunks continued their hard battle against Rising, the dragon demon on Paozu Mountain. Goten and Trunks merge. The new warrior is born. A voice comes up.
I am amazing! It seems like that power is the power needed to finish anyone! I'm definitely stronger than our parents and Gohan!
Rising watches and says, "This guy's voice is even more annoying than those two boys." The warrior appears in front of Rising and says,
I am not Goten and nor Trunks! My name is Gotenks! Prepare that this will be the end for you!
Gotenks charges at Rising in full power in his base form. Gotenks tries to launch several attacks. Rising keeps dodging. Chi-Chi says,
Oh no, Goten and Trunks turned into two outlaws!
Bulma says,
They're not outlaws, but I'd be really happy if they ended up with this guy.
Gotenks then says,
You know you're pretty strong, but you've already caused enough with us, and you can't live with it anymore. Ha 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 ha! Super Ghost Kamikaze Super Attack!
Rising watches and says, "What is that? He creates copies of himself and is going to release it on me? Ha 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 ha! What a pathetic technique! I'll wipe you all out in the blink of an eye! Goten says, "Attack!" Ryzen begins to dodge Goten's ghost clones while Goten watches and laughs. Ryzen attacks a ghost clone of Goten's and at that moment says, "What is that? Impossible!" A large explosion begins to occur directly in Ryzen's body. Goten starts laughing and says, "You're gone now! That doesn't mean you're welcome! Ha 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 ha! Now it's your end!" Goten transforms into a Super Saiyan 3 and makes a serious face saying, "I'm already tired of playing. I won't hesitate like I did last time. This is the most powerful combined blow of Goten and Trunks. Final Kamehameha! It cannot be!" A huge explosion occurs after Rutin takes your full attack. Due to the great amount of power that was used by Gotenks, the fusion was undone. Bulma and Chi-Chi hug and says, "Yay, yay, they won! Trunks, that was awesome! This time we got him, Goten. His strength really was monstrous, but we were much stronger." At that moment, a great shaking begins to occur in the earth. Ryzen's voice comes up. "You damn brats! How dare you! Who do you think you are to hurt a god? Saki, I will need your power!" A great light appears in the region where Shaki's body was, sucking Shaki's spiritual energy, leading to Ryzen. Ryzen receives Shaki's powers and says, "Now I am recovered and with 100% of my powers again. Now I will be the end of you two brats." Goten says, "Impossible! This guy's still alive? Trunks, now it's complicated." Palace of the High Priestess. Whis had been waging his battle against Sakai. Great blasts of energy were hurled. Sakai, smiling, says, "You've got a lot stronger as the last time, isn't it, Whis? I knew very well that you had all this potential from the past when you were just an angel, apprentice, and said that one day you would be the strongest angel. Know that I'm proud of you and would be happier if you came to my side." Whis says, "Secret technique of the angels, offensive celestial cube." A large heavenly cube is thrown to Sakai's side. At that moment, Sakai dodges the cube. Sakai says, "What a predictable attack." Whis smiles and says, "And who said I was focusing on you?" At that moment, the celestial cube advances directly towards Zalama. Zalama smiles and says, "It's aiming at me." In the blink of an eye, Zalama with the staff breaks Whis' celestial cube and large pieces of shard flow through the palace. Whis says, "As expected from the god of Super Dragon Balls." At that moment, Sakai speaks. "Very interesting that the angels left their respective universes alongside their god of destruction. Everything was very vulnerable, isn't it? Your dear Earth has few powerful mortals. I feel that the energy of two Saiyans is almost reaching the end. I believe a general will finish them off." At that moment, Vando starts watching and closes her eyes. Vando says, "It's impossible. It's Mr. Goku's son and Mr. Vegeta's son who are fighting and are being cornered by Zalama's general." Zalama watches and speaks. "Are those warriors who said we should be worried about Sakai? I only said a horde from the lowest strength squad and Saiyans are having a hard time beating them. This will be easier than I thought." Whis starts to smile. "So that's it." Sakai watches with a serious face. "Why are you laughing? You should be sad and mad because at that moment everything will end for them." "Don't make me laugh, Sakai." Whis changes his face and says, "Do you really think I didn't think about all that before coming here? What? I sent son Gohan to the Makai world for just that. Gohan managed to deliver the Majin essence to me so that an extremely powerful being emerged. You must know the demon that for millennia destroyed countless planets and was feared even by the gods. Don't you? Majin Buu. After Majin Buu was killed and Son Goku asked him to reincarnate into a good person,
His essence of destruction, where his greatest powers were, was sent to the Makai realm. Son Gohan was tasked with stealing the chalice of this essence in the Makai realm. He faced Gohan and managed to bring me the essence of Majin energy, and I sent that essence to that child's body to accelerate his evolution process.
What are you talking about, Whis? You would kill that child.
You're very silly, Sakai. It would kill the child for sure if it was a dark essence, but I modified his dark Majin essence and inserted an angelic energy.
What? Have you created a Majin angel?
Who knows?
Back to Goten and Trunks' battle. Goten and Trunks have no more spaces. Everyone around is scared to death of Risen's fury. Risen says, "The end of you has finally come! Ha 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 ha! After finishing off the two of you, I will devour these humans one by one. Now die!" At the moment when Goten and Trunks were about to be destroyed, a large pink goo appears in front of the magic that had been released by Risen. Trunks looks and says,
What? Is it Majin Buu?
Goten responds,
Is that a good or evil Majin Buu, Trunk?
At that moment, a boy with dark skin and spiky hair appears and says, "I felt that people here needed my help a while ago, but only now I have managed to finish off the enemies that attacked my village. I hope you're well. You don't have to worry any longer. I will take care of this guy now." Damn it, who are you, kid? I'm tired of you all. Let's put an end to this. The unknown boy says,
Put an end to it? We're just getting started!
Zakai was impressed with what Whis was saying. Zalama, sitting on his throne, watches and speaks. "Looks like you underestimated the angels, isn't it, Zakai?" Vado starts to laugh.
Whis, you are amazing. I mean, then you released an angelic energy combined with a Majin energy on this boy so that he has his vision in Universe 7 and could protect in all threats. But if we think about it, beings of the Majin race are already extremely strong in themselves. A human Majin still with the essence of an angel. This hybrid combination perhaps had the potential for powers even greater than Gohan's.
Whis interrupts and says,
I was thinking all this time I knew that Gon could rebel and go against the laws of the angel and Zenosama at any moment. In this way, the one who was considered the prodigy and the next salvation in the Universal War could become the biggest threat. And look, looks like I got it right again.
A great shudder in the palace of the High Priestess Sakai arises. Whis and Vados make a serious face, Sakai further increasing his ki. Goku fighting Kai says,
What monstrous energy is this?
Kai says, "Looks like someone's been pissing off the Mother of Angels." Goku charges forwards and tries to land a Kamehameha instant transmission on Kai. Kai predicts this move and attacks Goku. Goku smiles and says, "It seems that fighting an angel is no joke. His perception is much greater than even Whis, and he only uses power blows. I don't see any kind of ki energy. What's he hiding?" "I am the strongest angel. I refuse to use magic in battle. All that settles is at the base of my fists. Now that is true strength." Again, a great shudder occurs. Kai speaks. "Are you hearing and feeling this? It is the shudder of rage from Sakai, the Mother of Angels. In this way, everything is moving along in the footsteps of the Great Priestess." Goku starts to smile. "What are you laughing so hard about?" "It's just that I'm impressed by a guy as strong as you, who calls himself the strongest angel, yet obeys a crazy priestess who wants to end all the universe on a whim." At that moment, Kai's features change completely. Kai, who had been having his battle laughing, starts to get coldly serious and says, "Don't you dare talk about Sakai. Who do you think you are to say anything about the High Priestess? Zakai is the mother of angels and her will be done. You are mortal fools who obey Daishikan and Zeno-sama without even knowing their true ideas. While you're here killing each other in a war, your leaders are sitting in chairs just laughing at everything that is happening. Kai teleports in front of Goku and grabs his head and drags Goku through the pillars of Zakai's palace. Goku, receiving the blow, says, "But at what point did he manage to do this? That will be the end of you, Son Goku." Meanwhile, Beerus was walking through the High Priestess Palace and had already noticed that great changes had taken place and felt something extremely shorter. Beerus says, "It seems that the angelic power is from Whis and Vados. However, at the same time, passive angelic energy is being shown. It is definitely the mother of angels. I need to find them." Beerus, you never change. For all this time, you haven't noticed my presence. Beerus takes a deep breath and speaks. I noticed your presence from the moment I arrived at this palace. Looks like you decided to leave the planet of destruction cats and come to me, isn't it, father? Beerus' father finally appears. Back to center stage. Zakai says, "Please, you little brat. Now you'll learn never to piss off the mother of angels again." Zakai's energy increased by 1,000 times. Whis watches and speaks. Looks like now I've really managed to piss off the mother of angels. Planet Earth. Goten and Trunks are saved by a mysterious warrior. Trunks speaks.
Who is this kid? He has a totally different energy than everyone else. Otherwise, he will be killed by Ryzen if we don't help.
The smiling boy looks at Trunks and Goten and says, "Hello. I could see that you fought bravely against this guy for all this time. You are amazing." Trunks looks and thinks,
He's talking in a way that he's much stronger than us, and that he will be able to take out Ryzen easily. Who is he after all?
Goten gets all excited and talks.
Trunks! He seems to be very strong. If we fight together, we will be able to finish him off.
At that moment, the boy speaks. "No, don't waste your energy any longer. I'll take care of him." Goten and Trunks are impressed. Bulma says,
Who is that boy? It doesn't matter. If he's on our side, just finish him off.
Furious Ryzen says, "Ah! That's enough! Dragon's Roar combined with Ragnarok energy!" Trunks speaks.
Damn it, not this attack again.
Goten says,
It looks like she's even stronger than last time. He's absorbed more of someone's energy.
the moment Ryzen's attack will hit everyone, the boy's voice comes up. Majin, Kamehame. Goten says,
Is he using Kamehameha?
An image of Kid Buu appears behind the boy. Ryzen's attack is disintegrated. Ryzen says, "What was that? That's impossible. This guy is thinking he can beat me." The boy appears in front of Ryzen through a teleport and says, "I didn't introduce myself to you. I am Oob, the warrior Majin, and you are being a threat to the earth. So get the heck out of here." Shut up, you insolent brat! This will be my final blow and I will end everything here! At that time, Oob says, "It seems like there's no other way." Majin, secret technique of absorption. At that moment, again, a large pink goo appears that grows and surrounds Ryzen's body. Ryzen says, "Damn it, damn it, I can't breathe! What have you done to me, boy?" Oob speak. As its power served to destroy everything around here, now I will take it to rebuild everything. I will turn you into chocolate! Oob creates another technique and launches a blast at Ryzen, making his body turn to chocolate. Trunks says,
What? It's the same technique as Majin Buu.
Oob turns Ryzen into chocolate and eats it. Oob then says, This is an amazing power, and I was starving." Oob's body starts to change and his muscle mass starts to increase and his size too. Everyone is impressed. Goten says,
That's so cool. he ended up with rising. Trunks responds, actually, this victory was kind of bizarre. Oob appears and speaks. You must be Goten and Trunks, aren't you? I don't know why, but something tells me we fought before. Trunks remembers Goten's battle with Buu and speaks. This boy must definitely have a connection with Majin Buu. No, I think this is the first time we've seen each other. Oob says, well, we don't have time to hang around here. I feel that several threats are here invading the Earth. The time has come to kick all these guys' asses. Oob uses the same recovery technique as Majin Buu on Goten and Trunks. Goten says, what was that? I feel like I'm 100 times stronger now. Trunks responds, me too, Goten. Oob looks and speaks. I got your powers back. Now let's finish off these guys. Universe 11. A big bang occurs in Universe 11. A child is trying to escape with his mother from the attack of several dragons. Unknown child begins to cry when he sees stones fall on his mother. Unknown child says, help, please, my mom got stuck. A dragon appears in front of the child and says, oh, if it's not a little boy screaming for his mother. What annoys me the most about you human mortals is that whenever you don't have the strength to fight, you start begging for help as if someone is going to come into your rescue. You disgust me, mortals. Die. Just as the boy's mother was about to get attacked, a large figure appears and rescues the mother and the child. The dragon says, what is this? You're safe. Run away from here now. The boy answers, thank you very much, Mr. Rabbit. Let's go, Mom. Dyspo appears and says, don't call me Mr. Rabbit. My name is Dyspo. I'm the fastest man in the world. The dragon looks at Dyspo and says, damn you! Take my fangs! Take my most powerful attack! At that moment, Dyspo starts to move quickly and says, Fist Flash! Dyspo defeats the dragon with just one blow. Soon after, the Pride Trooper squad is assembled. Topo says, it looks like we'll have to take care of all this non-stop invasion. While Jiren doesn't come back, we'll have to fight these guys bravely and show our real powers. Our squad is the most powerful. Topo was very confident, but in his thinking, he starts to reflect and says, Jiren, I hope all is well with you. Please, do not die. Celestial portal near the entrance to the palace of the High Priestess Akai. At that moment, Jiren and Hit begin to combine their attacks together against Yujiro the Annihilator. Yujiro easily dodges and with a sarcastic smile says, aliens in the Saiyan, full plate for the destroyer of worlds. Hit starts to laugh and says, I've never felt the urge to eliminate someone like this guy. Yujiro says, so you're trying to fight 3 against 1? This is both a disadvantage. Cauliflower watches and speaks. Who do you think you are, you bastard? We're in a war. In a war, anything goes. Cauliflower activates her new transformation and unthinkingly charges directly at Yujiro. Hit says, Cauliflower, wait! This could be a trap! Cauliflower starts to land several attacks on Yujiro. Yujiro, the Annihilator, starts taking several hits insanely. Yujiro says, how is this such power possible? I thought powerful Saiyans were only those from Universe 7. Cauliflower throws Yujiro at Hit. Hit stranges this a bit, but still hits Yujiro. At that moment, Jiren had his eyes closed, trying to understand the whole situation. Jiren says, this doesn't make any sense. This guy looked all confident in battle, now he's taking a lot of hits. Wait, what if he... At that moment, Jiren screams, Hit! Cauliflower! Get out of there now! It's a trap! Yujiro starts to laugh and says, too late! Connection! Hit in Cauliflower's body starts to take a lot of damage even though they're standing still. Yujiro uses an instant recovery technique and says, now I'm brand new! Too bad I can't say the same for you two. Weakened Hit says, damn it, what have you done? You fools! Did you think I wouldn't be able to escape all these blows? You make me laugh. My secret connection technique makes enemies who receive it have their lives connected to mine.
If I receive blows from another enemy, they do too. But nothing happens to me, did you know? While Hit and Cauliflower attacked me and thought they were humiliating me, they were really just attacking each other. Cauliflower falls to the ground and says,
You miserable piece of... I'm sorry, Jiren.
Hit makes a serious face while still standing and moves forwards to attack Yujiro. Yujiro says, You're crazy! Trying to attack me even though you know the result will be your death. Hit smiles and says, If the result is my death, why are you going astray? Jiren watches and speaks. He's right, Hit. If you continue like this, you will die. Hit responds, That's not a problem for me. I was born ready to die. Cauliflower, lying on the ground, looks at Jiren and speaks.
Don't even think about it. We better do something here that I can only die after becoming the strongest Saiyan.
Yujiro launches a large blast of energy at Hit and Cauliflower. Hit says, Cauliflower, let's stay on a dodge. Jiren speaks, Please, you two, don't get involved. Let me take care of this guy. I have a plan. Hit looks at Cauliflower and the two start to run away. Yujiro starts to laugh and says, Like I was going to let you guys get away. Yujiro dashes directly in front of Cauliflower and Hit. At that moment, Jiren appears and speaks, I will be your opponent now. Furious, Yujiro speaks, So let's attack me and make your friends suffer the pain. Jiren is silent. Yujiro steps forward and starts landing several blows on Jiren. Hit observes and speaks, Jiren, I hope you know what you're doing. Yujiro lands several blows on Jiren until Jiren begins to falter. Cauliflower speaks,
Damn it, it's impossible to win. For Jiren to be able to defeat him, he would have to kill us. That's the end for us.
Yujiro speaks, I have told them that I should fight Son Goku, but you shut up. The end of you all has come. Yujiro creates a large sphere of energy looking like a sun and says, Burn! Amaterasu! Hit doesn't say anything. Cauliflower gets serious and says,
We're about to die. If Jiren wanted to get out of here, he could, but he still doesn't abandon us.
Jiren begins to watch the large energy being launched at them, and he reflects. Flashback of Jiren on planet Belmont, god of destruction of Universe 11. Belmont was training with Jiren in a one-on-one fight. Jiren was having the upper hand in the fight and says, It seems that my powers are superior to that of the god of destruction. Belmont starts to laugh, drawing 2 cards from his deck and says, I wouldn't count on it, Jiren. Belmont draws the Queen and Joker card, which combined give Belmont unlimited magical powers. At that moment, Belmont says, Destruction stealing energy. Belmont creates several chains on Jiren's body. Jiren looks at Belmont and says, Impossible. Belmont starts laughing and says, You lost, Jiren. You are very powerful in physical strength, but you lack to fight enemies with high magical powers. Alright, I'll release you. Let's continue on training. Jiren smiles. Back to current times. Jiren was about to take the attack from Yujiro. Yujiro screamed insanely, Goodbye, mortals, die! Jiren starts laughing and says, Your madness will be the reason for your defeat. Jiren's body starts to turn red. Jiren begins to rage amid the gigantic sun that was being thrown at him. Jiren holds the sun and with great impacts launches Yujiro's attack into space. Yujiro says, What? Impossible! At that moment, Jiren advances towards Yujiro and points as if he was going to hit Yujiro with a big punch. Cauliflower says,
Oh no! We're going to feel the full impact of Jiren's punch!
Hit remains silent. Yujiro speaks, Are you crazy? Will you kill all your companions? Jiren approaches Yujiro and says, Mental sealing technique of destruction. At that moment, Yujiro gets scared and Jiren touches Yujiro's head. Yujiro is speechless and unable to say a word. Absolute silence arises. Cauliflower asks,
What happened to him? He's paralyzed?
It speaks. A killer technique of destruction that cancels all enemy magic effects due to attack in the brain. Yujiro is in an empty dimension in his mind that he will never be able to escape from. Seems like Jiren was able to master a killer technique of destruction that not even the greatest assassin, me, was capable of using. Impressive. Caulifla says,
What? So are we safe?
yes, we are. Jiren, with his energy all spent, is about to fall to the ground and is caught by Hit. Jiren gets up and on Hit's shoulder says, we don't have time to stand here. Let's go back. Caulifla speaks.
I owe you one, Jiren. You saved our lives.
Save your words for later. This is all just the beginning. Universe 6 and 11 unitedly win the battle against Yujiro the Annihilator. Oob next to Goten and Trunks at Paozu Mountain. Goten and Trunks are impressed by Oob. Goten says,
Wow, Trunks! This guy is strong! He easily managed to defeat that villain.
Trunks responds,
He's very strong. If it weren't for him, we would be in real trouble now, Goten. Hey, Oob! Thank you very much!
Oob smiles and answers, there's nothing to be thankful for. I feel that for some reason my powers have started to rise because I've been chosen to put an end to this war. Trunks doesn't quite understand what Oob was trying to say. At that instant, a huge shudder starts happening right on Paozu Mountain. Goten and Trunks get serious. Oob looks and speaks. What is this monster's power? A smiling voice says, Calm down, it's just me. Broly appears alongside Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha. Broly says, I felt a big bang coming from several locations, but I saw it here because I felt Trunks and Goten's ki weakened. But from what I'm seeing, you managed to resolve this situation. Goten says,
Thank you, Mr. Broly, but all this could be resolved thanks to Oob.
Broly watches and speaks. Thanks for the help, kid. I don't remember Goku or Vegeta talking about a warrior as strong as you on the planet Beerus. Oob starts to smile and responds, There's nothing to be thankful for. I'm just here to help. Let's end this war. Krillin notices a familiar energy in Oob's ki. Krillin begins to think, No, it's not possible. I'm sure I know this energy. It's the same as the time he turned me into chocolate. Even his name is Oob. If we read his name backwards, it will be the same as Boo. This boy definitely has a relationship with Majin Buu. Krillin begins to remember the whole Earth being destroyed and begins to be scared to death. At that moment, Broly holds Krillin's shoulder and says, Don't worry, if something gets out of hand, I'm here to help. Krillin responds in his thoughts, but then he starts to reflect. Phew, at least we have Broly here with us. But wait, what if Broly gets out of hand too? What if he... Palace of the High Priestess Akai. Vegeta had been having his fight against Shiva the Blood Angel. Shiva says, Vegeta, you and Son Goku fought my clone in the Void Dimension when you were trapped by Saki and Basaraten together. You barely managed to do anything to my clone. What makes you think you could do something to me? You are very foolish. You will never be able to do something against me, you mortal. Vegeta initially has a serious face, but soon after he starts to smile and says, I came prepared to rip Sakai's head off. Now a weakling angel like you appears in front of me with 1,000 lectures thinking I'll be scared. Surely you don't know the Prince of all Saiyans. We Saiyans have no limits to our powers. The Vegeta you knew is not the same as before. And know that after Kakarot eliminated his clone, we freed a clear friend of yours from the past. Shiva watches with a serious face and says, What are you talking about? Don't tell me you... We released the dragon Zuffy from his ceiling in the empty dimension, and he taught the essence of Yamoshi to Kakarot. And I discovered that I have the essence of the reincarnation of the Saiyan God Yamazaki. I will end you, Shiva. At that moment, a great shudder begins to occur at Vegeta's location, and Shiva's strength begins to increase exponentially. Shiva gets irritated and says, I should have killed you two then and there. You didn't deserve to live. Sakai will be extremely furious when he finds out that the dragon was released. That couldn't have happened. After finishing with Vegeta, I will come for you, Zafir! Blood spikes! Vegeta receives this attack. Several spikes begin to come out of Shiva's head and begin to be launched at high speed at Vegeta. Vegeta says, "What? She's pulling several thorns from her head! What a bizarre thing!" Vegeta, with his Ultra Ego activated, starts to dodge Shiva. Shiva watches and starts laughing. Too slow. At that moment, several thorns starts to hit Vegeta. Vegeta says, "Damn it, impossible!" Vegeta begins to receive several very powerful blows from Shiva, and his body is completely bloodied and lying on the ground. Shiva says, "It's finally over." These Saiyans are still weak as ever. A huge laugh erupts and a huge punch at lightning speed lands on Shiva's face. Frightening Shiva says, What was this?" Vegeta, even pierced and with his Ultra Ego activated, starts laughing. Shiva says, "How is this possible? How is this guy still alive?" Vegeta says, "Yamazaki. The essence of Yamazaki is amazing!" Vegeta's body instantly begins to heal from his wounds inflicted by the bloody angel. Vegeta says, "Now, it'll be your end, Shiva. Now the one who will spill blood will be you!" Interesting. So is he able to do that? Perfect. Teach me more about this Yamazaki essence. North side of the High Priestess Palace. Goku was lying on the ground. Kai, the strongest angel, says, "Looks like it's over now." Goku gets back to his feet. Kai speaks. "You are very persistent. In fact, maybe even more than Gon. That boy had a lot of nerve. He thought he could beat me just because he had Saiyan powers mixed with angel powers. He just forgot that a purebred angel like me possesses extremely high powers." Goku, angry, says, "I already told you to stop talking about God! It's your fault he was captured here!" Goku advances towards the Kai. At that moment, his Order form had already been lost due to several blows that Goku had received from Kai. Goku says, "Damn it! This guy's power is light years greater than Zaki and Bazara together! Is that really the power of an angel? If that's true, Mr. Whis always teased us even the moment we left the room of the gods. I promised to save Gon and the Earth, but if this continues, I won't be able to pass even this guy, and that can't happen." I says, "Son Goku, you talk too much. You get the fists of the strongest." Kai creates a large sphere of energy in his fists and hits Goku with all his might. Goku is thrown away, and at the same time he gets up and tries to attack the Kai. Kai begins to receive several blows from the Saiyan. Goku speaks. "Take all these blows and feel the power of the Universe 7 Saiyan, Goku!" Initially, Sakai receives the blow with a serious face, but soon after he starts to laugh and talk. "Not a chance. Is this what I've waited so long to fight Goku for?" Goku watches and speaks. "Impossible." Kai lands one punch on Goku, which makes him lose his transformation and falls to the ground. Kai begins to pull away from Goku. Goku says, "Where do you think you're going?" Kai says, "You're no longer able to fight. If you want to save Gon so badly, come after me." Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Goku closes his eyes and Kai continues to leave the location of the High Priestess Palace. Goku speaks. "I was defeated. This couldn't happen." At that moment, a great light begins to appear in front of Goku. Goku says, "Has he changed his mind and decided to kill me now?" A shadow appears over Goku and the image of Vados appears above him. "What? Vados? How did you get here?" Vados says, "Hey Goku, I'm not the Vados you know. I am Gon's real mother from another timeline." Goku says, "What? I must be crazy. Goku had been defeated by Kai. The supremacy of the most powerful angel force surpassed Goku. A great light appeared at the scene of the fight, and Goku, falling to the ground in his unconscious, says, "What is happening to me? Nothing is making sense. Why didn't Kai kill me? Where am I? Who are you anyway?" The moment Goku was defeated, the image of Vados appeared in front of him. Goku stayed for several moments questioning himself. Vados from another timeline says,
Son Goku, I'm very happy to meet you. And I'm also impressed to see that you're just like the Goku I fell in love with in my timeline.
Goku watches and speaks. Huh? What do you mean, Mr. Vados? Are you telling me that you are not the Vados I know? Sister of Mr. Whis from Universe 7?
That's not it, you silly. I am Vados, but from another timeline. You are lucky to have fought against Kai, who, even though he was on Sakai's side, is the fairest angel in combat. He probably let you live so that you could have more time to recover your powers and become stronger. I've been watching all your struggles silently inside you.
What? Inside of me? I just might be going crazy.
Exactly, Goku. Before this war, and because of all the catastrophe that had occurred in my timeline, I had to talk to myself from this timeline because very similar events were taking place in both timelines. The Goku of my timeline has become an angel by my side, but for some reason an unknown presence is sealing his powers and he has been injured since his last battle. We were facing hard times there. Since I started to analyze it all, I realized that his timeline was the cause of all this. And because of this great catastrophe and because of me, and Goku not being able to leave our timeline. But I know that Gon could be the key to putting an end to this war. I also knew that this was a double-edged sword. That's why I implanted a part of my energy under his body, and if something happened to him, my energy from his body would be dispersed. And I would then be able to talk to you from this Son Goku timeline.
Goku is watching all confused and speaks. This is all pretty crazy. Even though the Vados son I know just told me that I had a child with her in another timeline. Vado looks at Goku and says,
Mr. Goku, pay attention, please. I don't know if you know, but the relationship between angels and mortals is forbidden and considered a heavenly crime. And this entails several consequences. However, if the relationship between an angel and a mortal is a crime, then the result of it is true insult to the gods.
Goku makes a serious face. Vados concludes,
I think you already understand why I'm here. It's time for you to discover the whole truth about Goku, the mortal Saiyan, and Vados the angel, the two heavenly sins.
Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of the Z Warriors. Without further ado, let's go back to the point. Timeline number 14. The timeline number 14 is similar to Trunks' timeline until the moment Zeno-sama destroyed the entire universe. It turns out that unlike Trunks' timeline, Vados and Champa appear at the time that Zeno-sama is destroyed on Earth and teleport the Earth to an empty galaxy, making everyone believe that the universes of timeline 14 had been destroyed, but they were not. Vados says,
Look, Mr. Champa, that was really close. If we'd only taken a little longer, everything would have turned into cosmic dust.
Champa says, I don't have to deal with everything Beerus did. We managed to save the universe, but the Earth was completely eradicated by Zeno. And on top of it, they took Zeno-sama from our timeline to theirs. Vados smiles and says,
You know that makes our timeline a lot easier to hack since we don't have Zeno-sama anymore, right, Mr. Champa?
Champa says, Don't piss me off, Vados. You know damn well this was his idea. Vados says,
Well, I believe if we did that, we need at least if the souls of the Earth were all taken to the world of Amadayo.
Let's go there then. Planet Lord Kaio. Goku trains alongside King Kai. Goku, after his death from heart disease, did not stop training for a day, vowing to protect the world of souls, since he was unable to protect the Earth due to having died from the natural heart disease. Lord Kaio says,
Goku, don't you get tired of getting strong? I'm sure no one who shows up here will be able to do anything against us.
This is all thanks to you, Mr. Kaio. You trained me and made me reach unimaginable powers. I'm excited to keep getting stronger. The last tournament you had was amazing. Meanwhile, at the entrance to the realm of the dead, Emadayo is desperate to see so many souls arriving without stopping. Emadayo questions, "What the heck is happening here? What happened to the Earth of this universe?" At that moment, Vados and Champa appear in front of Emadayo and speaks.
It seems that everyone around here ended up getting complicated, isn't it, Emadayo? All these clouds are dead from the Earth due to the extinction that Zeno-sama created. But wait, who is this mortal who continues with his fleshy body even beyond death?
Emadayo responds, "Are you talking about Goku? He's a formidable opponent who protected the Earth for a long time, but due to a heart disease, he ended up dying. Surely if he was alive still, he would not have let them eradicated the land." Champa observes and speaks, "Vados, let's see who this Goku guy is. So if he were alive, my brother's universe wouldn't have appeared. I don't like this guy anymore." Goku continues training from King Kai's planet until such time as King Kai says, What an absurd power is this? It cannot be." Goku watches and speaks. "What are you talking about, Mr. Kaio? It's like you saw a ghost." Lord Kaio responds, "Damn it, they're already here." Vados and Champa appear on King Kai's planet. Vados sees Goku and blushes and says,
Wow, what a handsome man.
Champa watches. "You're the mortal to blame for the death of my brother. Because of you, the Earth no longer exists." Goku watches and speaks. "What? The Earth was destroyed? Trunks? Wait, what are you talking about? I've been dead for a while now." Champa dashes forward to attack Goku. Lord Kaio says, "Goku, run away! It's Champa, the god of destruction from Universe 6! You don't stand a chance against him!" Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan and speaks. "I'm sorry, Mr. Kaio, but I can't run away from a fight." Champa starts laughing and says, "Look at him, Vados! What a daring mortal! He still dares to want to fight a god of destruction. Hey, mortal, what is your name?" "Name Son Goku of Earth." "Perfect. I will engrave your name. I am Champa, the god of destruction from Universe 6. Engrave that name, and because it will be the last name you will hear in your life." Vados begins to watch and speaks.
A mortal who even without chances challenges a god of destruction to protect his friends is a warrior spirit and is recognized even by the gods. This feeling in my body, my skin turning red, my heart pounding, and the feeling of wanting to know him more. It can't be. I'm in love. Come on, Son Goku. Show Champa that you're the most powerful warrior of all universes. I'm rooting for you.
King Kai watches and speaks. "What? Is the angel of the god of destruction universe rooting for Goku?" Champa responds, "Vados! What the fuck are you talking about?" To be continued. So hey, my partner, what do you believe is going to happen next? Regardless of what it is, it's more than important that you already expose it here in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.